securing a rebound on Charleston Southern's behalf and deep outlets to get the ball up the court for Carter.
Bill Wallace has had a nice first half. Nice up and under play for his 6th point. Warren left open in transition. That one off the back rim. And the ball will stay. Charleston Southern ball, and Cliff Ellis very upset about that call. He's a couple of steps out on the court. There you see Jamarco Warren, the freshman from Gainesville, Georgia.
I tell you, he has a trigger-happy shoot. I tell you what, he shoots the basketball probably when he sleeps at night as well.
Here's Carter over to his namesake, Omar Carter. A bad pass trying to skip the defense. Chanticleer's in desperate need of a run. They are down 11. And Cicini caught underneath, just nowhere to go. Charleston Southern athletically, Sean, when you give them the eye test, this team, I think, is so dangerous. They're the kind of team that if they figure it out 3 days in March, they could get that NCAA bid.
Well, that's what it's about. Those 3 games in March and shooting and making shots. And I tell you, they don't have a conscience right now. That's a good thing about having young freshman players. When you don't have a conscience, you just play the game with very relaxed. That actually, they become a strong threat because, again, in those 3 game stretches, they can shoot that big shot and hit them, and they'll be the ones dancing in March.
Warren from the Coastal bench drills that one. They've got 6 in the first half. And as you pointed out, that concept of just kick and pitch right now, and the Chanticleer's a step late in recovering. Here's Leisure, forcing his way to the basket, and he will get himself to the line on the blocking foul against Sean Alton.
Well, I tell you what, and I say this is a great opportunity for Coastal Carolina to really understand. You got a beautiful facility here, a great campus, great location in Myrtle Beach. You got this beautiful weather today. A lot of these young people are probably out enjoying the beach, enjoying the sun. So, you know, it mixes in. You want to really come in here and play good basketball. But when you're a basketball player, you want that wintry mix outside so we can focus a little bit more. So maybe just a little bit of lack of focus from Coastal. Coach Ellis will complete that right there in halftime.
Here you see Jack Leisure back in 06, the Big South Player of the Year. He's the only Big South player. This is an amazing feat to be the Big South Player of the Year, Freshman of the Year, and Scholar Athlete of the Year. The only man in the nearly 25-year history of this league to complete that triple crown, so to speak. And I think you're going to see great things from him in the future, regardless if basketball is in that picture or not. And I think he's got a good chance to keep playing, perhaps overseas. Chris Moore with his second 3, and Charleston Southern unconscious from 19-9 right now. Back the other way, Breeze gets some contact on the way up and will get to the line. Chris Moore doesn't think so, and he will be hit with his first foul.
Well, what Cliff Ellis did, he came out into a 1-3-1 defensive half-court trap and tried to get some spacing and trying to force Charleston Southern to make more lob passes and slow them down to half court. But, you know, when you're shooting the ball the way that Charleston Southern is shooting the ball right now, it's kind of hard to throw any defense out there.
Chanticleers have gotten to the foul line early. Breeze misses here after they had hit their first 4. Charleston Southern lighting it up from three-point range, 7 of 13 as Shelton Carter returns. A good look at Anthony Breeze, the Chanticleer freshman from Greenville, South Carolina. Had 25 this year in a game at Cincinnati. Really played above the rim against the Big East Bearcats. Charleston Southern by 15. Moore, the pitch to Greer. He'll try one from deep, not there. Goods keeps it alive, but can't hang on. Chanticleer basketball at the 5:07 mark.
Well, Goods was right there to get that rebound, and he was in great position, kind of lost control of it, but that's what he needs to do to maintain his playing ability and to help this team continue to keep getting well, is rebound the basketball. Then Coastal Carolina comes down right now and kind of get called on the push-off, and No, you really don't want that. You really want to play good, solid basketball, and that's just unfortunate right there with the turnover off the push.
That's Steven Sexton's second foul. Cliff Ellis, not normally someone that's animated with officials, letting one of the officials have it right now across the way. 8 fouls against the Chanticleers here in the first half. That was offensive, so no shots. Greer from the corner misses his second straight three. Look at Breeze just elevate above everyone else. Sassini tiptoes the baseline.
But Breeze is working very hard inside the post. He's got a mismatch on him. Why? He may not have the height, but he's got the quickness and he has the athletic ability to take advantage right now with the post presence.
And they get it to him. Leisure finds him, tried to go through the double team and lost the ball out of bounds. And here is Omar Carter returning to action. Carter's had a nice first half, 9 points. He and Warren, the two freshmen who lead this team in scoring, have combined for 15 of the Buccaneers' 33.
But together they combined for over 30 points for this team's 75, 76 points. So these two young men know they're going to score the basketball, and if they continue to keep making better decisions with their shot selections, then they'll have some good things to happen to them. Just like right there, a good chance for
Steven Sexton
Warren
just got his third foul as Warren drove to the hoop, and a timeout in Conway. Charleston Southern, behind the hot three-point shooting, has the 15-point lead late first half.
Of really doing good things on the offensive end.
With three-point shooting being such a big story here in this first half, we should probably mention next year in Division I basketball, you're going to see the line go back to a foot deeper, 29. You think that's going to alter much in terms of how teams play or how players play?
Well, what it does is going to open up better post presence and expand the court just a little bit more. But in today's world, you got kids right now shooting the ball at 22 feet deep. So it really is not going to change the amount of three-pointers that goes up, but you're going to spread the defense out and you see better post play in the game next season.
Charleston Southern by 16 as Warren collects the free throw. Here's Jack Leisure, a couple of points, but from the free throw line, he has yet to uncork a three for the Chanticleers, and he's still very much in position to break that all-time Big South three-point record. His pass inside to Breeze deflected out of bounds. Leisure just 30 away from the all-time Big South record, which you see the numbers there. That's the Big South list, but Doug Day for some time, actually about 5 years, led the nation in that category. He was the all-time career leader. So Leisure, if he breaks that record, will be one of the most prolific three-point shooters college basketball has ever seen, as Logan Johnson gets on the board. That broke rather, a 20-4 Charleston Southern run.
Well, you hear the crowd right now talking about defense, and that's the key. Defense promotes easy baskets, and that's what Coastal Carolina needs right now. They need transition baskets off of turnovers and steals, and that's the thing you're going to look for. Good defensive help. You got to give credit right now to the fans in the stands. They're picking this team up to play better defense.
And they got what they wanted there as Jamarco Warren was hit with the charging foul running over Anthony Breeze. We've seen a lot of guys pick up fouls in this first half. 17 first half fouls at the 3-minute mark. Cliff Ellis's team already low on depth. And we may see foul difficulty become the primary theme in the second half if the continuing